Sanman Departmental Store. Trading profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2005. General profit and loss account. We will have to have general profit and loss account because we have to calculate that. What do we have here? Actually, okay, we don't need the general profit and loss account because there is nothing going in the general profit. All this goes in the profit and loss account itself. There's nothing going in the general profit and loss account. Okay, so we don't need the general profit and loss account. So I will delete that. And balance sheet as on 31st March 2005. Let's start transferring the items. You have the opening stock 72,000, 48,000, and 40,000. To opening stock 72,000, 48,000, and 40,000. 72,000, 48,000, and 40,000. Then there is purchases, two purchases, is 2,64,000, 1,76,000, and 88,000. 2,64,000, 1,76,000, and 88,000. Debtors will go in the balance sheet. Okay, we can write it a little later. Move to the balance sheet a little, or you can also do it simultaneously. I think I will do the problem simultaneously. Especially when there's a balance sheet, I prefer to do it simultaneously so that we don't skip any item. So debtors is 15,000, 10,000, and 10,000. I will go directly to the balance sheet. Leave some space for the other assets, maybe around 4 lines, and you can write debtors. Debtors. Now with debtors, we have of each department, we have of X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. The amounts are 15, 10, and 10. 15,000, 10,000, and 10,000. Now I'm not going to total this and write it outside because there is bad debts. There are bad debts that need to be adjusted here. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it like this. We need to adjust the bad debts. So we will come to that later when we calculate the bad debts. Next we have sales. 3,60,000, 2,70,000, and 1,80,000. By sales 3,60,000, 2,70,000, and 1,80,000. Then there is floor space occupied. Now these two are not posted anywhere. This is just this amounts or these figures are just used for the purpose of calculation of ratios. So we are not going to post this anywhere. Okay. Then we come to this carriage inward. To carriage inward. Now we will have to find the ratio of purchases for carriage inward. And if we check the ratio of purchases, they said carriage inward has to be divided based on purchases. We check the ratio of our purchases, it is 2,64,000, 1,76,000, 88,000. We'll just try to find out this ratio. 2,64,000, purchases 2,64,000 is to 1,76,000 is to 88,000. First, let's cancel the three zeros. You have the ratio. Okay, 3 is to 2 is to 1. Okay. Anyway, I'll just show one calculation, Rishvesh. I don't know whether everyone knows how to do this. I think it can be divided by first probably 11. Okay, so I think 11 twos are 22. Yes, 11 ones are 11. Yes. So 11 twos are 22. Carry 4. 11 fours are 44. You have 11 ones are 11. Carry 6. 11 six are 66. And 11 eights are 18. This goes in the table of 8, which comes to 8 threes are 24. 8 twos are 16. And 8 ones are 8. So 3 is to 2 is to 1. Oh, if you divide it directly by 88,000. Okay. Anyway, you can divide directly 88,000 once are this, but you have to know that it goes with 88,000. I first divided it by 11 and then I've got this ratio. So the purchases ratio is 3 is to 2 is to 1. So this is going to be divided in the ratio of 3 is to 2 is to 1. Okay, so carriage, the total amount is 6,000. So it will be 3,000, 2,000 and 1,000. 3,000, 2,000 and 1,000. Then I think we directly move to the items of the profit and loss account. Okay, there is nothing of the, so just leave a line for your for gross profit or gross loss and directly move to the profit and loss account. So here we have the first thing that we have here is carriage outward. So 4,500 based on sales to carriage outward. To carriage outward based on sales. So we find our ratio of sales. This can easily be divided in 9. 9 fours are 36, 9 threes are 27, and 9 twos are 18. So 4 is to 3 is to 2. 4 is to 3 is to 2. So divide carriage outward. The total carriage outward is 4,500. If you divide it in that ratio, you will get divide by 9. So, so you get 2,000. 2,000, 1,500 and 1,000. 4,500 divided on that ratio. Then we have salaries including manager salaries. Now this step told us on the basis of number of employees. Okay, so salaries, number of employees here, if you see 25, 20 and 15. So you can easily divide this by 5, 5 fives are, 5 fours are, 5 threes are. So 5 is to 4 is to 3. 81,000 divided in the ratio of 5 is to 4 is to 3. So two salaries including managers salaries in the ratio of 5 is to 4 is to 3. So 81,000 divided in that ratio, we will get 33,750. Then we have 27,000 and 20,250. Whatever it is, this total has to come to 81,000. You can check it out. Then there is advertisement based on turnover again. We already have the ratio 5,400 to advertisement in the ratio of 4 is to 3 is to 2. So 5,400 divided in that ratio will give you 2,400, 1,800 and 1,200. Then there is discount allowed, again based on turnover, 2250. Discount allowed is always on your sales. Turnover basically is your sales. 2 discount allowed based on sales. You'll get 1,750 and 500. 2250 is the total. To discount allowed. Then there is discount received. Discount received comes on the other side. We'll keep a line for gross profit by discount received. Discount received will be on the basis of purchases. So purchases as in, we already know the ratio, 3 is to 2 is to 1. 3 is to 2 is to 1. So by discount received on the basis of purchases, 1,800 divided in that ratio, which will be 900, 600 and 300. And then finally rent, rates and taxes, floor space occupied. Check the floor space occupied here. It will again, you can divide it with 5. 5 6 are 30, 5 5s are 25, 5 4s are 26 is to 5 is to 4. To rent, rates and taxes, 6 is to 5 is to 4. So if that's divided, then we get 3,000, 2,500 and 2,000. 3,000, 2,500 and 2,000. Okay. Then we see what other items are left. Capital will go in the balance sheet. So 3 lakhs in the inner column because there are adjustments to it. Capital 3 lakhs. Then there is building 1 lakh. There is no depreciation, so we can write it directly outside. Building is 1 lakh. Normally the fixed assets come first. That's why I left that space. Building is 1 lakh. Then there is furniture, I think. Sorry, bills payable 12,100. So I'll just leave a few lines here. Bills payable is 12,100. Then there are bills receivable 42,500. Bills receivable 42,500. So I can write bills receivable here. Furniture we will leave 1. Bills receivable 42,500. Then there is furniture 15,000, and this has depreciation. Furniture 15,000. This has depreciation, so I will write it in the inner column. I will have to show the depreciation. Creditors 27,000. Write creditors here. Creditors 27,000. And then we have cash balance 1750. Cash balance 1750, and there's also balance at bank 1,62,000. Balance at bank 1,62,000. Okay. Now we go to the adjustments and see what's given. Closing stock as on 31st March is so and so. So we take the closing stock. Buy closing stock first in the trading account. The amounts are 90,000, 35,000 and 42,000. 90,000, 35,000 and 42,000. X, Y, and Z. 90,000, 42,000, and sorry, 90,000, 35,000, and 42,000. 35 and 42. So this total we can do because there's no adjustment to it. The total of this closing stock will come to, total of closing stock is 1,67,000. 1,67,000. Okay. Then we move on to depreciate furniture at 10%. Depreciation charges to be allocated equally among the three departments. So if we calculate depreciation at 10% on furniture, only on furniture, it will come to 1,500. So 1,500 divided equally will be to depreciation on furniture. 1,500 divided equally will be 500 per department. Then there is provide for bad debts at 5%. So 5% of each of the departments to bad debts. Sorry, furniture also has to be taken in the balance sheet, the second effect. Less depreciation. Less depreciation. $1,500. So this comes to 13,500. Then bad debts, we were doing bad debts. Calculate 5% of each of the department's debtors. We have them here also. If you see 5% of 15,000, 5% of 15,000 will be 750. 5% of 10,000 will be 500, and 5% of 10,000 again will be 500. 750, 500, and 500. Similarly, we need to minus the total. Here, I don't need to minus it department wise. We'll just say less bad debts. Less bad debts. So the total bad debts of all the three departments put together comes to 750 plus 500 plus 500 will come to 1750. 1750. So if you minus that, that will be 35,000 minus 1750 will be 33,250. That brings us to the last adjustment. The manager of each department is entitled to a commission of 10% of the net profit of the department besides the annual salary of rupees 3,000 each. Now that annual salary part has already been taken into consideration, so we don't need to do it again. But we need to find out, pay them a commission of 10%. Okay. Now to pay the commission, it's of net profit, so you first need to find out the net profit. So let's do that. Find out the gross profit first. So the total here is 4,50,000. This is 3,05,000, and this will be 2,22,000. So two gross profit carried down. 4,50,000 minus all those amounts. 4,50,000 minus this, you'll get 1,11,000. Those who are solving with me can also check. This will be 79,000 and this will be 93,000. Okay. Bring down the gross profit by gross profit brought down. By gross profit brought down. Bring down the gross profit. Now, before we actually calculate the net profit, okay, we need to also show the manager's commission. We need to show the manager's commission. Okay, so we will calculate the total here. This will come to 1,11,900, 79,600, and 93,000. Okay, so what I'm going to do is two outstanding managers commission. Two outstanding managers commission. Now, if I take 1,11,900, you need to be a little careful of this calculation. 1,11,900 and minus all these expenses. So 2,033, I will minus this. This comes to 35,750. 35,750 minus 3,400, 6,400, 6,900. 6,900 minus 750. I will get 68,500. Okay, 68,500. I'm not going to write this 68,500 directly because on the 68,500, I need to calculate commission to this manager. On the 68,500, I need to calculate commission and the commission is 10%. So 10% of 68,500, which I'm getting is 6,850. Okay, how did I get 10% of, how did I get this? It's 68,500 into 10%. I'm just writing this so that you know how it's done. Okay, how did I get 68,500? The total of this minus all the expenses up till here. The manager is paid a commission on that. Okay, similarly for the second department also the same way we need to do something. Okay, we'll directly go and find out the commission to net profit also. How do we do that? To net profit carried down. How I'm going to do, I already know the net profit was 68,500. From this 68,500, I'm also going to minus this manager's commission. Okay, so minus 68,500 minus 6,850, I will get 61,650. 61,650. Next, go to the next department. 79,600 is the total minus all these expenses. This will be 28,500 minus 1,800 minus 750 minus 3,035. So here we get 45,050. Here we get 45,050. So here it's going to be 45,050. 45,050 into 10% will be 4,505. 4,505. And from 45,050, I'm going to minus 4,505, which will give me 45,405. That's the actual net profit, 45,405. And the last one, 93,300 minus 21,250 minus 1,700, 3,700, 4,200, 4,700. 67,350. 67,350. So again, it's going to be on 67,350 into 10%, which will give me 6,735. 6,735. So 67,350 minus 6,735 is equal to 60,615. Has everyone understood this manager's commission calculation? Okay, first we calculate the net profit. Don't write a net profit. On that net profit, you charge 10% for each of the departments and then minus that amount and then calculate that net profit. Is that clear? Is that clear? Any questions? Yeah, tell me. Rupa, you have a question or is it clear? I don't know. Yes to what? Okay, okay. Fine. Anyone has, if somebody has not understood it, please let me know. Okay. Now, two things we need to transfer. One is this outstanding manager's commission because it's outstanding. What they have said, it's entitled. They have not yet paid it. And again, since it's the adjustment, it will have two effects. Why we are not showing any effect for this? Because this is already considered. This is just information given to us. This 3,000. But manager's commission has not been taken. Yes, I will show. I'll just finish this Rishresh and then show it to you. Manager's commission has not been taken at all. So we are going to show outstanding manager's commission. Outstanding managers commission. So for X, Y and Z, X we have calculated at 6850, 6850, 6850. This one is 4505 and this one is 6735, 6735. The total of this comes to the total 6850 plus 4505, 6850 plus 4505 plus 6735. Yes, thank you, Rishvesh. You gave me the answer. Yeah, 18090, correct. 18090. Okay. And then we also have to transfer the net profit of each of the departments to the capital. If there was a general profit and loss account, I would have brought it together in the general profit and loss account and I would have found out the overall profit. But there is no general profit and loss account. So I'm going to I'm coming to that. I will just explain. I'll just finish this. I will directly transfer it here. So add net profit, add net profit of each of the departments. So X, it is 61,650. X, it is 61,650. Then Y, it is Y, it is 4545. And Z, it is 6615. 6615. So put that together. We will get a total of
3 lakhs plus 61,650 plus 40,545 plus 60,615, which is 462,810. 462,810. Okay, now we can just check if the balance sheet is tallying. Check if the balance sheet is tallying. Four sixty two 462,810 plus 27,000 plus 12,100 plus 18,090, which is 5,20,000. This side I'm getting 5,20,000. Let's see, it's 5,20,000 the other side as well. Minus 1,13,500 minus 42,500 minus 1,750 minus 33,250 minus 1,62,000. Yes, it is tallying. It's 5,20,000. Okay.